Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Here is another edition of Forerunner News. We haven't had one in such a long time, and it's actually good to see something come in here in this side of the servers to the game. So it is an extensive patch. We'll look at some of the stuff, but really, come on. This is what you're all here for. You want to know how the demon shoulders were changed and what kind of buffs they might have gotten by acquiring a level 3 or level 7 skill. So let's look at them. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go through the demon shoulders and we're going to see what changes that were made. I do have my global account pulled up on the other screen, so at least I'll get to see what exactly has been changed. So let's start here with the Scalekin champion that we can get from GR1, and I want to see what exactly that they added. So we had the control immunity and the fatal clash. So the fatal clash is still there. It's still the same. Nothing's changed there. We have the control immunity. Okay, so here we had red lock on the global server here. So it says unlock at level 5. This is when he's doing more damage and he gains burning for 8 seconds. So it'll be a while to see a level 5, but I'm sure that those that are cranking out GR1 are going to trigger it. So it looks like this is the blue one, which is going to get max HP of 10% at level 3. So they're kind of giving us an incentive at least to push to level 3 and try to get that to get this HP enhancement here. And I'm going to look here at the table here, make sure nothing changed there. It does not look like anything changed there. So yeah, so it looks like the Scalekin level 3 he gains HP. Now let's look at Ma. Did they change anything on Ma? And it actually, no, it all looks, the swipe, control immunity, and the bond. Yeah, so Ma was not one of the ones that was saw any enhancement at all. Everything looks the same. So now let's go to the knight and let's see what's in here. So in here I have 2 enhancements on the global account, which is attack and defense. Okay, so here's the attack. Here's the, so it looks like at level 3 we're gonna get more HP. So it's 10% HP, which I already have unlocked here because I have level 4, and then level 5 we're gonna get the defense. So here in the global server, that's exactly what I have, is a level 5 with more defense. So that's remains. But then at level 7, look at this guy is going to gain 10% magic resistance. So yeah, all right, so that's a little bit of a buff. So he's already kind of a little bit weak to magic, but no, he is strong against magic. So he's an A, so he's gaining a little bit more even. So yeah, so he does gain a little bit more utility then. Perfect. So that's the buff right there. So level, it looks like it's this level here and then this one, just to make him a little bit more sturdier in the battle. So perfect. So that's his buff. All right, let's go the Fool. All right, let me make sure. So here we have a level 3, and it does look like the heart is, so he gains 10% HP. So that's exactly what we're looking at here for him. In the global server, level 5 gains HP of 25%. So yeah, so then he as we scale him up, we will gain more HP. So it's 10%, 24%. And then at level 7, now we're getting 25% physical damage reduction. All right. So he's a little bit more resistant to, you know, Hatsuit, for example, who likes to really hit him because he has very low defense. So that's exactly what that is. Did it change anything on that side? No, it did not. So it does look like it's just the passives. Okay, now let's look at our favorite one, which is the lightning guard here. And I'm looking at the icons. So what changed here? So level 3, we're gaining more health, 10%. Okay, let's buff up a very sturdy demon soldier to begin with. So then at level 5 we gain attack of 15%, which is what we do right now. That's why we want to push to level 5 with these guys. And at level 7 he is gaining physical damage reduction. So this is, I'm wondering what's coming down the pipeline to make pierce or physical damage dealers, especially our marksmen, a little bit more sturdier. So here, if we get him to level 7, he's gonna gain physical damage reduction. So everything else looks the same. Yes, everything looks the same. I'm just making sure. I'm going back and forth between both accounts here. All right, let's look at the destroyers. So I have the red and the green icons. So we have the swings, and that's AoE damage. And then we have the smash receives 20% increase for the first 5 seconds. Okay, so that's still there. Okay, so level 3, which is what I have him here. It looks like he gains 10% HP, so he becomes a little bit more sturdier now. And of course, in the global server, if we get him to 5, he gains magic resistance, which is the same here. So it looks like he, I'm gonna make sure. Oh, there it is. It's not scrollable, but it's there. I kind of saw it there. So level 3, he gains a little bit of HP. Level 5, magic resistance of 15%, which is what he already had. And then if we take him all the level to level 7, magic damage reduction of 25%. I don't know how viable it's going to be to get him all the way to level 7, given how infrequent his shards drop in GR1. Hopefully this means that they are going to make these this acquirable a little bit more easily. So that's what he looks like there. Let's look at the bookkeeper here. Looking, so he only has 3 icons on this side. Okay, so we have the standard one here. Targets the attack by the group, deals 20%. That's the same. Okay, so at level 3 he gains HP. Level 5 he does defense, yeah, which is what we have here. And again, 25% physical damage reduction at level 25, level 7. So yeah, okay, perfect. Make him more sturdy against the units that he's weak against. Today's video sponsor is SmileOne. SmileOne is the official third-party payment platform for Watcher of Realms, where you can always get a 10% discount on your purchases of W Gold. During the period of February 13 and the 23rd, which coincides with the Lubu and Daochan event, SmileOne will have a limited time single top-up rebate event. So in this type of format, you're going to see the availability of getting rebate items based on the tier that you reach. So for example, if you reach the 1,999 W Gold tier, you're going to get the rewards listed, which include diamonds, psychic power, and the huge stamina potion. Keep in mind though that you will only be able to collect each tier a limited number of times. The 499 W Gold you will be able to collect once. Anything between 999 and 29,000 you'll be able to collect 3 times. And if you do decide to go for the big one, which is 59,000 W Gold, you'll be able to collect that 4 times. So if you decide to purchase the W Gold for the Lubu Daochan event during this Valentine's Day weekend, please consider using my special link in the description section of this video. You will be helping and supporting the channel. Please do remember that SmileOne is available only in the following regions: Russia, the United States, Indonesia, the European Union, the Philippines, Taiwan, South Korea, and Hong Kong. Thank you to SmileOne for sponsoring today's video. All right, let's look at our sturdier Templars. Let me see here. So we got the 2 here. So it looks like at level 3, he's going to gain max HP of 10%, defense at level 5, which is what he does right now, and magic damage reduction of plus 25% at level 7. And I'm not seeing anything change here. So if I see anything change on this side on the current attributes, I'll try to highlight them, but I'm not seeing too much of a change there. So here we go. Magic damage reduction of 25% at level 7. All right, our pharaohs. Okay, so we have the 2 icons here. So level 3, he's gaining HP. That seems to be the standard play right now. So at level 20, magic resistance, which is what we have in the global server, and physical damage reduction of 25%. So what he is weak against, yeah, exactly. That's what he's going to get at level 7. So yes, essentially they're just, you know, they know that we're already pushing the level 5, level 6s. They're enticing us to keep going, to level even more. All right, let's look at the hounds. What did the hounds get? Let me see here. Okay, so there are the 2 icons. So 10% HP. Yeah, it seems to be the pattern there. Max HP of 10%, movement speed of 20 when we reach level 5, and level 7, they're gaining magic damage reduction of 25%. So there you go. That's what we want to push for, especially ours end gamers. Let's look at the archers here, and it looks like the archers are going to be the same thing. They're going to gain HP. So level 3 seems like we're gaining a little bit more HP. So we're going to be able to keep him alive a little bit longer. At level 7, he's going to gain 25% physical damage reduction. All right, let me go to the Merklins, the menacing Merklins. They gain HP. Then they get CC resistance at level 5, physical damage reduction of 25% at level 7. Let's go to the next one here. This Frozen Drifter. Okay, what did they do to this guys to make him a little bit more? Hopefully they make him a little bit more sturdier. So there's the mark. So yeah, so level 3, we're gaining 10% HP. Ingrid still will be able to manage to melt that. And then we have this long-worded... Frenzied Tide, it looks to be the same. So that did not change here. What is he gaining at level 7? Magic damage reduction of 25%. So that's exactly there what he is gaining at level 7. All right. Edug's follower. Yep. Okay. So here I need to get him to level 3 to get him more HP of 10%, defense 15% at level 5, physical damage reduction of 25% at level 7. What about our trusty healers? They gain more HP at level 10. Level 5, they gain 25% HP, which is, I think, what the standard is right now for the global server. Yeah, exactly. That's level 5. And level 7, physical damage reduction of 25%. So what they're weak against is what they're gaining again. Okay, what did their Necros gain? What did our Necros gain? So they gain more HP at level 3. Level 5 remains the same. That does not change. And a level 7, physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction of 15%. That's a big boost. So whenever you got BP checked by this trying to swarm somebody, this could actually make him even better. So, oh man, time to farm up these guys now. Time to farm up these guys. These are going to be very powerful units, gaining magic damage or damage reduction on both sides. All right, what did this fellow, the clerics, get? So they get level 3, max HP, level 5, more HP, which is what it had, physical damage reduction of 25% at level 7. So you can kind of see the pattern that is forming, but we're just trying to look to see if there is something that is really interesting. Here, this Scalekin Warrior, max HP, 10% level 3, CC resistance of 20%, level 5, and a level 7, physical damage and magic damage reduction of 15%. Very, very interesting there. Okay, the Scourges, max HP of 10% at level 3, attack 15% at level 5, and here level 7, physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction of 15%. So we make him a little bit, okay, let's see their bombs. They gain 10% HP at level 3, movement speed 20% at level 5, which is the standard, and magic damage reduction of 25% at level 7. Of course, these guys are already fragile as it is, but level 7 should make him a little more sturdier. Let's see, the Stitch, they gain 25% and magic resistance. It looks like it's magic resistance enhancement. So 10% at level 7. I do not see. So it was HP 25. Yeah, so I do not see a level 3 here. Unless it's this one, but this one already comes with it, I think. So it goes to 25. So this one is level. So yeah, so it looks like is the passive HP enhancement of 10%. Okay, so in my global count it says 15 or 25%. 25% on the passive. So they changed this. So the passive is 10%, and then they added 25% down here. So okay, so it looks like when you get him to level 5 that you are getting a little bit more HP with these guys. So that's what's happening there. And level 7 magic resistance. So that's the change that he got there. About our slaughterers here, let's see. I got the 2 icons there. So the passive remains. This one here remains. This is level 3, so max HP 10%. At 5, they get the extra attack, and at 7, they get physical damage reduction, and magic damage reduction of 15%. The beholders. Okay, so our beholders here. So the HP remains the same, I believe. Let's see here. So that, yes, that remains the same. So we'll stay that. And on level 3, they gain 10% more. And let's see here. Quantity +1. Is that a level 5? Yeah, level 5. And then level 7, physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction of 15%. So level 7 looks to be the spot. Okay, so here level 3, max HP 10%. Level 5, the form becomes elusive, increasing dodge rate by 15%. And I think that that's what the standard is, because that's what we want them to go level 5. Yep, exactly, that's what it is. Level 7, physical damage reduction of 25%. And that's exactly what their weak got. All right, and then this white towers here, this is the level 5. So they didn't give him anything on level 3. He had already a 15%. And physical damage reduction of 25% at level 7. So he didn't get, level 7 is for him. They know that this one drops so frequent that they just did not even mess around with him at level 3. Okay, here are the Garner Guards. Here are Garner Guards, one of the more annoying demon soldiers to defend against. So they're going to get more HP at level 3, it looks like, 10%. Level 5, defense, which is what we have here. And at level 7, physical damage and magic damage reduction at 15% at level 7. All right, the new demon soldier. There's the Frostborn, Frostborn Scholar. Level 3, max HP of 10%. He gains more HP at level 5 of 25%. And physical damage reduction of 25% at level 7. Did these guys gain anything? It looks like it. These guys have magic damage reduction. So I think that the rares even got a little bit of love. They did. The rares did get love as well. So it looks like either level 5. I'm assuming it's going to be level 5 or level 3 here. I'm going to have to look at a younger account or one that is just starting out. But you initially gain a little bit of HP, it appears. So here. So the passive is going to give him 10%. And it looks like the passive right now is 25%. So it decreases. But then as it's either you get to level 3 or level 5, you're going to get to 25% addition. And then you're going to get magic damage reduction of 25% at level 7. So you can kind of see here minor level 8. So they unlocked everything on it. So right now on my global server account, it only says that the passive is 25%. So they changed that to 10. And then they added a level 2 of an additional 25%. All right. So it looks like this is kind of going to be the standard for the rares. So here, this rare has 2 passives. Okay. The movement, speed, and the HP, which is what I see. Okay. And then 25% at level 5, it looks like, magic damage reduction at level 7. Okay, perfect. This one here, again, HP, he gains defense. And that's what we have right now, right? Yes, that's what we have. So I'm starting to see the pattern. So the passive, 10% HP. So that's new. Defense, 15%. Physical damage reduction at level 7. Okay, so they're just making them a little bit stronger as they level up. All right, so what about our little spiders, our arachnids? So his passive here, quantity increases by 1 once I level him up. So that's what's there. So they gain 10% HP, maybe level 3, level 5 when you unlock the passive, or maybe it already comes with it. And then after you reach level 7, they get physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction of 15%. All right, let's look at our flyers here. The lizard flyers, the passive says 15%. That's 10% now. 25%. 25% coming down to 10%, an additional 25%. Level 3, maybe, I would say. Physical damage reduction of 25% at level 7. That's what it looks to be. And we have what's this guy? The mage, a little mage. Okay, barely use these guys. So he has attack here, which has cure, max HP 10%, so passive unlocks. Physical damage reduction of 25%. Probably a level 7 is when unlocked. So that's his little bit of a buff there. And the last one, are Reapers. Okay, so the Reaper here, this one has attack of 15%, which is what he's getting here. Passive, so they live a little bit more. Max HP of 10%. Physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction of 15% when you get to level 7. So there you go. That's kind of the buffs that the Demon Soldiers are getting. So as you keep leveling them up, they're going to get damage reduction. It seems to be the key point for all of these. And level 7 seems to be the target to try to acquire that. So for epics, yeah, I'll take a little bit of farming to get there. For legendaries, we'll see. We'll see if the rates improve for the drop rates of the fragments, but it might be a while unless you are just a maniac when it comes to farming gear rates for these Lego drops. Okay, let's close it up with the rest of the patch notes here. Okay, so first it looks like Volca, they fixed an issue with her ultimate description that it says did not reflect the vulnerability scaling with the skill levels. In Yuri here, they optimized the bond skill to prioritize restoring HP to allies with lower health. Okay, perfect. 3, Kigiri. I know that Kigiri, there were some issues with him not triggering his ultimate sometimes, but it says here with the skills info hyperlinks of Eberstrike did an update with the Tranquil Reflection skill levels. Okay, and then fix an issue where ally skills sometimes couldn't affect Kigiri during Sweeping Strike and Ember Strike. So I'm guessing that this means like the poison. Sometimes you couldn't clear the poison off him on or the venom in the Titanic Ruins. So they probably did change that. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye for that when I am on my next Titanic Ruins run here in the Forerunners server. Okay, now Tallulah, when continuously is strengthening allies with the Forest Spirit through basic attack, it applies attack-based healing to the hero one time every 2 seconds. To the hero. Okay, so when she's strengthening us, she's healing herself at the same time for every 2 seconds. Okay, all right, so this is good because now she doesn't have to wait for the butterflies to come back to her to heal her. So she doesn't die. That's the one thing that we knew was kind of like a little nuance that we kind of, highlighted as to why sometimes she would just die and not heal herself. Okay, increase activity reward for guild war attacks and guild quests. Okay, so just a little bit of an addition here when they meant that they were improving the guild quests or the guild rewards. This is something that I spoke about early when I noticed in the test server, the player leaderboard. Now here, this is it's bugged because it's just showing my name. It's bugged, showing me in every place. But we'll see what happens once the round resets. But essentially what's going to happen is that when we attack, we're going to get points for our attacks. And then as we build up, we then are going to get these rewards. So that's essentially what it meant in terms of getting more rewards now if you do your attacks. And that's what they finally were able to update. So I guess they needed to update the app to get this introduced into the game. So the player leaderboard that I had discussed previously when we first started covering season 7 maps, it's live. It's coming in and eventually will show up to the global server. They fixed an issue where the faction bonus as Supreme Arborist lower skills wasn't working in guild wars. So yeah, there were some situations where we're not noticing this. So hopefully this here now kicks in. They optimize individual and public guild quests. All right. Sometimes we have to wait for these to show up before we even see it. All right, so they added 4 refreshes of gold times 1,000 to the black market, to the Dormant Association. They added new settings option to disable the game vibration. So this is probably for you that are primarily mobile users. So there was it vibrated, and some people want to turn that feature disabled. because I did notice it a lot in the suggestions. It's just people didn't want it. Control optimization, improve demon soldier deployment experience by reducing drag and drop speed. Okay, so this might be the case where you probably don't have to click on the hero to slow things down, and you could plop your demon soldiers. I think maybe now they did it the same as we do in regular gameplay when we drag the hero and think kind of, you know, with things slow down a little bit. Maybe that's what they did here. So definitely on my next set of attacks, I'll look to see how that changed. Hero fusion notifications optimization, yellow badge and pop-up will not appear for non-limited legendary hero fusions. Non-time limited legend hero fusions. They optimized the claim the tide onslaught rewards one-time daily quest. Now you go directly to the tide interface. Okay, perfect. It just eliminates that extra click. Combat visual effects improved. Fortunate to display details of available exclusive gear. Okay, we'll go take a look at that and see how that changed. After clearing N33, players can switch camp music between the default track and 3 additional options. Added double confirmation when using legendary hero soulstone and unpolished legendary soulstones. So it's just making sure that you're going to want to use them. And they added new camp related achievement, Camp Quartermaster. Okay, so I think I noticed that one when I logged in after the update. Let me see here. Yeah, there it is. Camp Quartermaster is essentially that you reach camp level to level 10, and then this is what you get out of it. So that's what you can look forward to getting in the global server when this start roll out. The other thing that I really wanted to check here is in the Forge, because they said that they were going to now putting here what gear, okay, what exclusive gear is available. So we can see it now. So now they're not hiding it, and we don't have to go and forge a whole lot of material just to figure out who the hell has exclusive gear. So perfect. So there, everybody now is illustrated. There's no more second guessing in terms of trying to go data mine or anything like that. So you can kind of see the faction exclusive here, the hero exclusive, and then the type of gears that there are present. So let's just make sure that they didn't trick us and not anything that I haven't seen yet. So there you go. So everybody sits in there. So perfect. So now we can just, everybody knows what type of exclusive gear is available to get when we are forging. So there you go, folks. That'll do it for Forerunner news. The big thing here for this round, we're the demon soldiers. So most of them, after we getting into level 7, are getting damage reduction, which will just help making a little bit more sturdier, especially as it appears that the heroes are going to get stronger and stronger as we continue in the evolution of the game. Thank you all very much for tuning in and watching. Please do hit like and subscribe on your way out, and I will see you all in the next Watch Your Realms video.